Hi guys, so today I want to share with you what I consider are habits of a highly effective homeschool. Hi guys, today I want to share with you what I consider are habits of a highly effective homeschool. So I have 10 and I would like just to start in any particular order, but for me the first one will be to just have consistency. Having consistency in your homeschool is so important, especially to be able to work well with the programs that you are selecting, the curricula that you are selecting. It's very important that you are consistent. Most of the times when we say that a program is not working for us, and I can speak by my own experience, is because I haven't been consistent in how I am approaching that subject or that particular program. And I noticed that once we skip one day or two, our rhythm starts getting hurt, and as well the consistency, how we work with the program, how we want to make sure that we are understanding and learning everything that we need to be learning with the program, start to just crumble apart, and it's just starting not to work, and it just hurts your homeschool when you are not consistent with the material, correct? And consistent as well with your rhythm and with the things that you have to be doing in your homeschool. The next one that I consider is very important and is part of a highly effective homeschool is that you journal, that you make note of everything that is happening in your homeschool. Because how you're going to know at the end of the homeschool year how things were working if you are not making notes, if you are not making notes of the important things that you are noticing that are happening in your homeschool, a day that you guys didn't work well with the subjects, a day that you guys were not in the best mood, what caused that day not to be working the way that you guys used to work, what happened that your guys' moods were not working well for that day. All of that, you want to make note of that, having or creating a journal, just a simple notebook where you can make note of the things that are happening in your homeschool. If a program is not working, why that program is not working. It was not working because it has a lot of material to cover at just one day. It's not working because the program doesn't have good explanations and your kid is not understanding. It's not working because it just doesn't go very well and the dynamic that you want to create in your homeschool. Or it's a program that is just not working well because you guys don't have an affinity with that program, correct? So you want to journal, you want to make note of everything that is happening in your homeschool, whether you have a special notebook that you can use for that or just in your planner. I make notes on my planner because I think it's easier, and I just like to make notes on my planner. I have as well 2 planners. So I use one when we do car schooling, which I have shared that planner with you guys. And I have one that I use here at home, and I have it here. Let me just show you guys. And it's this planner. Sorry about the light. But this is the planner that I use, and I always have a space to make note of everything that is happening in my homeschool, our wins for the months, the new things that we are trying and how it's been working with us, and just making sure that I just made note of that. I made note as well here on the monthly pages. I think that's very important. If you have a planner where you can just add those notes, is good as well. Or you can have a separate notebook where you can add those notes. And it is important as well to know your why. Something that is always important is to know why you start homeschooling, the reasons why, and that you made note of those reasons, and as well that you create a mission and a vision statement. And that's something that I have always here. So I have my mission in here, and I have the vision for my homeschool. And every time I feel like I am discouraged, like I am not having a good day, like I don't know what I am doing, I just go towards my planner and just look at my vision, and I just get centered again. I look at my word for the year. I look at the things that I wanted to accomplish for the year, and that just centers me all over again. And it just gives me, it just encouraged me to just continue going, correct? Another thing that I consider that is very important and is part of a highly effective homeschool is that you know that you have to persevere. There's going to be days that you're not going to feel in the mood, that you're going to be, that you're going to feel exhausted, that you're not going to be with the best attitude. But you have to persevere. You have to continue going. You have to set your mind on something that will encourage you. You have to set your mind or ask God to guide you, to give you that attitude that you need to have in order to keep homeschooling your kid, and just continue going. If it's something that you have done wrong, you made a mistake, you need to learn as well how to just pass that and continue going. Something as well that is very important and is part of a highly effective homeschool is the fact that you know when you are making a mistake and being able to just admit when you're making a mistake, even if that means that you have to apologize to your kid at some point. I always like to, if I do something wrong and I am noticing that I am doing that, I am making a mistake on anything, and I know that it was something that my son just catch onto it, and I have to admit in front of my kid, because that's teaching them as well to admit their own mistakes when they do one, is to say sorry. You have to have the ability to just being able to admit and recognize when you're doing something wrong, when you're making a mistake, and say sorry to your kid as well, correct? So the next one that I consider that is important as well and part of a highly effective homeschool is the fact that you have to pray. You have to pray for guidance. You have to pray for God to just help you create that environment that you want to create in your homeschool, and as well just to help you go through the year with the best attitude possible. I think that's very important, correct? Another habit of a highly effective homeschooler is that you are organized, that you organize yourself, that you have a routine, that you have I wouldn't say a schedule, but that you have an idea on how you want things running in your home and in your homeschool, because that will bring you peace of mind during the days, during your homeschool time, and having your mind set and concentrate and focus on what you guys need to be doing in your homeschool. And it's helpful if you have an organization set for your homeschool, an organization set for your home, so you have something already planned to help you and to make your days easier, especially when you guys are doing homeschool, correct? Having a plan and a system to put in place for your home to be working the way that it should be while you guys are homeschooling, so nothing gets behind and nothing gets sidetracked without you guys paying attention to the things that you guys need to pay attention, but at the same time not letting that affect your homeschool. So you have to have a plan, a system in place in order for whatever it is that is happening around you guys when you guys are homeschooling not to affect you guys and not to affect your homeschool. Being confident on what you're doing in your homeschool, even if you're not sure if that is going to work or no, is very important. Just go with the confidence that you are going to be doing the best you can, that you're just giving the best you have, and that you're going to try to work with whatever you guys have the best you can. And that is always what I try to do. I might not have the new thing out there, and I might not have the best supplies, but I try to make the best out of what I have. And that's how you should be working with everything, that you are trying to use it the best you can and to use whatever you have the best you can. The next thing is prioritize your homeschool. Something that I noticed is that lately everything is getting in between what we are doing here in our homeschool. I have a lot of doctor's appointments, and even though I try to schedule them at times where it didn't affect our homeschool, it ended up affecting either way. So I am trying now to make sure that I am prioritizing my homeschool, that I make sure that nobody's interrupting our homeschool, leave my phone separate, and just make sure that I have complete dedication for my homeschool at the time that we're homeschooling, correct? Another thing that I think is important and part of a highly effective homeschool is the fact that you simplify, that you learn to simplify the materials when they need to be simplified. Sometimes we want to put a lot of things and we want to work with a lot of things because we are, special us moms, more than our kids, I will say it's us moms. We want to try every new thing we see out there and we want to implement it in our home, and we end up hurting our homeschool because we already have a lot of stuff going on and we just want to keep adding. And I understand the reason why. It's new, is attractive, and we might want to try it to see if it works. But if you have something already working, I will suggest you to just keep with that. Just try as much as you can not to keep bringing things. If you have already a system, if you have something planned and it's working very well, to just keep it that way, because I think it will save you from a lot of headaches at the end. And just simplifying will give you time as well, not only for learning to be happening, but for fun to be happening as well. Something I noticed too this past year is that I took the fun out of our homeschool when I started adding so many materials for us to work with, and I started to feel the pressure of having to finish all of them. I like to finish when we start a program. I do like to finish, and lately I feel like it's not happening in that way. And I took the fun the minute I start adding so many materials, because I knew we have to, well, make the time to finish each one of them. And while we say that with homeschool, we have the choice and the alternative to just being able to stop when we need to stop any material, reality is there's a lot of moms out there that are like I am, and I feel like I need to finish the program or I need to finish that material. So if you don't want to be in that same position, I suggest you to just keep things simple and just add whatever you think is going to be a necessity, or whatever you think that is going to be helpful in your homeschool. And just be careful with just adding things because you are getting attractive, because it's something new, out there and you want to try it on in your homeschool. Just be careful with that. And I think those are my part of a highly effective homeschool. What I consider will make a highly effective homeschool is just to have all those things in consideration. It's very important, especially that you make notes of everything that happens in your homeschool as well, that when you make a mistake, being able to recognize that you made that mistake and just continue going, continue being consistent, continue. If you find a routine and a plan that is working for you, just continue being consistent and persevere. Something didn't went well, just keep going, keep continuing. We all make mistakes. We all start by not knowing what to do, and you are getting to know and learning from just continue going and gaining that experience little by little, year by year. You're learning something new. Even I've been already 4 or 5 years homeschooling. I am still learning things. I am still learning something new. So I think it's very important. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye, friends.